You see the movie title. Don't even get me started.
No, you gotta get started. What's the point of the video if you don't get it started?
Hey, look, guy, I said, don't get me fucking started.
No, you gotta get it started. Get it fucking started.
I don't care. I don't want to get started.
You better get it started.
All jokes aside, ladies and gentlemen, all hype and drama and all this, if you can leave this video with one thing, go watch this fucking movie. This shit is of pinnacle importance to us. It has huge societal implications. You've got to go fucking watch it. But here's the fucking real deal review. So I'm a huge DC fan. I fucking hate the DC movies just like everybody fucking else. But I love Batman. I'm a huge Batman nerd, so I came in with a little bias. Joker's my favorite villain. What can I say? If anything, that made it hard to appreciate because I had really, really high standards coming to this movie. And yet I was still fucking floored, baby. You know, it's really hard to top Heath Ledger's last performance. Everybody puts on this high fucking pedestal. But let me fucking tell you, Joaquin Phoenix, I think he took the cake. I'm just going to leave it at that. I think he did it. If anybody deserves a fucking Oscar this year, it's this fucking guy. This motherfucker, literally, it shook me to my fucking core. There's some scenes where he does that laugh, you know, you've seen in the trailer. It is fucking bone chilling. He carries the weight of this fucking movie the whole fucking time. And he fucking holds it proudly like a fucking badge of honor. And he does it great. Why this movie? What makes this movie, you know, it's completely unorthodox. It's totally different than all the other DC movies. It's totally different than all the other comic movies. Why? It's not a comic movie. It's not a supervillain movie. It's not a superhero movie. It's a movie about a regular dude and his descent into madness. It's just some simple guy up against a society that decides what's right and wrong, but never wants to live the right way. It paints a picture of a middle-aged man that just wants to put a smile on the world's face, but is fucking knocked over and kicked while he's down over and over and over again until he snaps. The Joker isn't even some super villain like we've come to know. There's no elaborate heists. There's no bombs on boats. He's not even a riot organizer like you would think at face value. And for the most part of the movie, he's not even a paragon of nihilism like we come to know the Joker as. He's just some regular dude who's dosed with reality and people and life just a little bit too much. He's fed life-altering realizations and circumstances by the spoonful over time that create this slow-burning tension, this fucking intense atmosphere that foresee the transformation that you just don't want to fucking happen because he's this lovable guy from the fucking get-go. You know, the media has tried to blanket this thing as a fucking curse, just the worst fucking thing ever. It's gonna fucking inspire people to do bad. It's the fucking opposite. This shit is not, it is not a glorification of what the Joker does in the slightest. It is a testimony to the small incremental factors that lead someone to do terrible acts. It shows how a lack of empathy, compassion, understanding, and interaction can lead someone down a slippery slope like this towards mental illness, which is the truth nobody wants to talk about when it comes to mental illness. As much as it is something wrong with those inflicted with mental illness, it's also something wrong with how we treat them. Through the juxtaposition of the warm-hearted, comedian hopeful, mental illness stricken, mom caring man to the near psychopathic Joker that we see at the end, it shows a side of mental illness that shows that it often isn't the person who commits the wrongdoing's complete fault. Sometimes it's us as a community that's driven them to a place that's conducive to this maladaptive behavior. And ooh, fucking boy, is that a hard pill to swallow. And Todd Phillips fucking serves it to us on a silver platter, baby. He slid this dose of irony in so fucking slippery that these fucking social justice, virtue signaling people just don't know how to fucking act. To reduce the cognitive dissonance, they're just saying, this is terrible, this is the worst movie ever. Fucking, you're the people that need to see this movie. Because it's not about the crazy person. It's about the people that make them crazy because they don't act right towards them. It's those people that virtue signal, that want to act all morally right, that create these problems. They want to act all right on the internet or in the media or on the newspaper, but they're the people that'll walk right past you when you need help. And this subtle theme comes to a roaring boil in conjunction with some fucking plot twists that will rock your fucking world. What it really does is it highlights this behavior in a worst possible case scenario that shows what will happen if we continue to go down this path of lack of empathy and compassion for one another. In this geopolitical environment riddled with polarizing rhetoric, often we need to stop trying to pick sides and come together and understand one another. The point of this movie is to prevent a Joker from growing and happening by showing love a little more often. I think that's a lesson we all need to learn.